Rich man walking on the road. Suddenly feel a sharp pain in the brain. Then he fainted on the side of the road. Take it to the hospital for a check. Advanced brain cancer. What's more collapsed is, all his wealth is invested in a building. As a result, the building was unfinished. He also went bankrupt overnight. Now facing poverty and death. The only thing he can't let go of is the pregnant wife. The rich find an investment company. Want to sell the building cheaply, but the investor said for a long time, but persuaded him to participate in a game. If you win, you can get 24.5 million for nothing. If you lose, you will lose your life. I'm dying anyway. The rich decide to take a gamble. The next day, the investor asked him to meet at the restaurant. Said the rules of the game are simple. There will be 5 killers chasing the rich. As long as he can live for 24 hours, he wins. Regal asked when does the game start? The investor looked at the time on the phone and said, already started. The rich are dumbfounded. I grabbed my phone and escaped from the restaurant. Hurriedly ran 2 streets. Got into another bus. Just calm down a little bit. But he just sat down. I saw a yellow-haired man chasing him. He sat right next to the rich man. Seems to take something from the box. The rich hurriedly called the driver to stop. Then rushed down. He hid in a mall. Observed for half a day. There is only a woman with a child in the elevator. He dared to go in. But this time, a man in a suit also squeezed into the elevator. I also secretly glanced at the rich. The rich are silent. Stole a pen from a woman's backpack as a weapon. The man in a suit got off the elevator halfway. Regal keep going up. But when he came to the corridor, but found that the man in the suit followed. He really is a killer. Take out an awl and kill the rich. Rich man turned around and ran away. Hide in the toilet cubicle. However, the man in the suit also chased in. Open the toilet door with 1 foot. Seeing the rich is like a frightened boy. Man in suit disappointed. I saw the prey this time as too rubbish. The rich man slammed the door. Escaped flexibly. The man in a suit touched the blood on his forehead. Full of excitement. The tycoon returned to the shopping mall under Lulu. Every hour of the game, there will be a bonus. At the same time his position will be exposed for 15 seconds. This positioning mobile phone cannot be thrown. Can't be damaged. The rich counts the seconds. Squeeze into crowded places. He bet that the killer would not dare to do it in the public. As a result, a man in leather jackets caught him. The knife is on the waist. Forcing him to go out with himself. The man in the suit who came after saw that his prey had been robbed. Immediately stopped the elevator. Regal took the opportunity to knock over the man in leather jacket. Tianqian to escape again. He fled into a church. Hid in the confession room again. Thinking of such a remote place, the killer should not be found temporarily. But the small window next to it suddenly opened. Turned out to be a priest. The rich and the priest talked perfunctorily. At this moment, a figure walks under the curtain. Rich man panicked. He tore down the curtain. Cover the man. A big punch on his face. The priest rushed out to pull the rich man. Turns out this man is just an innocent believer. The rich knew they had called the wrong person. Let the priest teach. Suddenly the phone rang. His position is exposed again. What's more terrifying is, the priest took out the same phone. It shows his location. The priest is the killer. See how kind this priest is. He is in front of the statue of Jesus. Pull out a claw hammer. We must hammer the rich man in front of us into rotten persimmons. He smashed the rich man's stick with 1 blow. Hit his face with another hammer. Fortunately, the 3rd hammer missed, but broke the door lock. The rich wanted to escape but were still brought down. Just when the priest was going to send him to see God, hand jammed by the rolling shutter. Regal took the opportunity to push. The priest's bones are all cracked. Then bang bang hits 2 punches. Locked the priest in the church. The priest said with a sinister face, let's wait and see. Then he stuck the hammer in the rich man's leg. He didn't even want the rich to leave. The tycoon endures the pain and pulls out the hammer. Smash open the cash box. I bought some medicines with this money. Simple dressing of the wound. But he can't run anymore. The rich ran to a stadium. Take a jersey and hat from the vendor. Now another hour is over. His position is exposed again. The man in a suit follows the positioning. But no one can be found. Because the rich are wearing football uniforms among the fans. But I didn't expect the vendor to find the rich man. Ask him to return the jersey. Entangled. The rich man is still seen by the man in the suit. He fled outside. Hidden in the trunk of a car. For the time being to escape the chase. But this car drove on high speed. Go farther and farther. Rich people think of investors. The person in charge of this game once told him, can't leave this city. Otherwise, the game is directly judged as a failure. The killer will chase him to the end of the world. The rich man makes a noise in the trunk. Owner parking view. I found a stranger hiding in my car. Scared to call the police on the spot. The rich snatched their phones and threw them away. Because there is another one in the game rules. Can't seek help from others and can't call the police. The rich man stole a taxi at the gas station. Drive to the city. Drove a motorcycle to catch up. Puncture the tire with a dart. Climbed in again through the broken rear window. To strangle the rich with a wire rope. The tycoon clings to the wire rope. A kick of the accelerator slammed the car into a roadblock. Motorcycle killer fell out of the car. It turns out he is a priest. Facing this murderous perversion. The rich can't bear it. Grab a cement brick. Smashed his head flat. Rich man walked to the bank of the river. Deliberately messing up at the ticket office. Dropped by a ferry ticket. On a sightseeing cruise. Under the instructions of the waiter. Come to the dining area on board. Plan to eat something to replenish your stamina. Just picked up a bottle of water. I found the waiter was following. Hunting is to make people thirsty, dodge. Damn it. Yes, women are also one of the killers. Her skill is far above the rich. The rich man who has been hit a few times is unable to fight back. She grabbed a spit. Crossed towards the rich man's neck. Life and death. The tycoon pushes the female killer into the oven. The flame lit her pants. The rich took the opportunity to get out. Come to the deck. Only to find out that the boat has sailed a long way. The female killer pointed to the front and said, "That bridge is the city boundary. Once you pass, you lose." The rich had to climb on the top of the ship. Grab the bridge with both hands. Hanging under the bridge. The female killer followed. Under these circumstances, she never let go of the rich. Little by little approximation, the rich man lifts his leg. Ruined her down. Shortly after, rich man climbed back to shore. I found my old clothes in the donation box and put on them. Just get through tonight. He won. But didn't go far. He was put down by a sap. Rich man wakes up from a coma. I saw a group of black men pointing guns at themselves. It turns out he accidentally broke into the black community. $15 million that have been received in the mobile phone. Also discovered by them. The black people let the rich people transfer the money to them. The rich have noticed. The new hour just started. Mobile phone positioning is exposed again. He persuaded the black man to let himself go. Otherwise there will be a killer chasing. They will all be alone. Of course black people don't believe it. He told his subordinates to beat the rich. Transfer method out of stock. Suddenly the door was knocked. Everyone is at the door. One of the black people was about to open the door. Was sieved by bullets from outside. The rich man hid in the bathroom in the chaos. He saw the killer coming in. It's daytime. The yellow-haired man I met on the bus. Yellow-haired man with a submachine gun. Quickly suppressed by firepower. Killed all blacks. When he opened the door and slowly approached, the rich said quickly, "The rules of the game are forbidden to use guns." The yellow-haired man put the gun away. "Take out an electric shock stick. It's not a violation to say that I use this to kill you." He was shot in the head just as he was about to do it. It was a shot of the black boss before his death. The killer and the black people die together. The rich man picked up a gun and escaped to life. He came to the hospital. Because there are not enough medicines to relieve the pain of cancer. Need to add. The nurse got the medicine but said, "This is just an ordinary anti-inflammatory drug." The hero is a bit pity. He was diagnosed with cancer in this hospital at that time. He asked the nurse to call up his case. No such person found. Even the doctor who examined him couldn't find it. Rich man realizes he has been cheated. He called and questioned the game manager. Sure enough, the rich have no cancer at all. He was drugged when he passed out on the side of the road. Then sent to the hospital for examination. Also planned by the person in charge. Even behind the bankruptcy of the rich. Have their shadows. It's not that the rich are desperate. Chose this game. But the game chooses him from the beginning. And forced him on this road. Because he is a high-quality prey. It's too late for the rich to quit now. Because his pregnant wife was taken hostage. In addition to the $24.5 million bet. And his wife's life. The rich decided not to sit still. He came to the car factory that his father once ran. Light up the billboard on the roof of the building. This is telling the killers. Don't find me, I'll be here. Soon the remaining 3 killers gathered in the car factory. They prey on the rich. Little did they know that the rich also started hunting them. The most advanced man in leather. Was pointed with a gun by a rich man. But he turned and shot the gun. Put the rich under him and beat him wildly. The rich man hit him with a backhand punch. Then pressed the switch. A heavy press. Flattened the hands of the man in leather. The rich ran on the iron frame to hide. But accidentally fell. Someone picked up his gun at this moment. Not a killer. But a friend of the rich. He said he has been looking for the rich since he disappeared. I saw the billboard of the car factory lit up. Finally found it. No one can believe the rich now. I'm afraid it's the person in charge of the game again. He asked his friend to return the gun to himself. My friend raised the gun. One shot hit the female killer behind the rich man. Die on the spot. So my friend really didn't betray him. Friend is still explaining. But suddenly shot. Is the last man in a suit. The rich man quickly took his friends away. Open the valve of the oil storage barrel again. A lot of gasoline gushing out. Ignite with wires. Man in suit forced away by fire. Finally blow up the entire car factory. Rich people let friends wait outside. The explosion will soon attract the police. He can be saved. And the rich have to save his wife. There is an observer during the game. Record every move of the rich as a bystander. I don't know, my whereabouts have been discovered by the rich. The rich learned from him. Wife was locked up. In the unfinished building he invested in. The rich rushed to the unfinished building. I found my wife. He was about to take his wife away. The man in a suit chased over. Regal shot the last 2 bullets. Let my wife hide here. Then go and lead away the man in the suit. Man in suit chased to the top of the building. The rich said, you can't kill me with a gun. This is a violation. The man in a suit puts away his gun. Took out an awl. Throwing the rich into desperation with one stroke. He doesn't talk nonsense. Then we will send the rich man downstairs. But he lifted the awl and found. It's dawn, the sun shines on the face. Man in suit stretched out his hand suddenly. Let the rich catch him. The rich do so dubiously. The man in the suit really pulled him up. And said that the game time is up to you to win. Pat the hands of the rich. Leave politely. As if he is not a killer. But a good man who is righteous. The desperate day is finally over. Bankrupt rich man. Will also rely on the 24.5 million to usher in a new life. This game seems to be profitable. In fact, there are 999 of 1,000 participants. Will die of failure. And the person in charge of the game has left the city. He opened a resume. That will be the next, Quality Prey.